everybody.
Hello.
Hello. So I'm just going to answer this question real fast. No, today is all free.
Yeah.
It's always free.
Thanks for joining us. And if you want to rewatch the live, they're saved on all of our respective pages, whether it be on Facebook or YouTube. You can rewatch it at your leisure. So
we also want to thank all of you guys who sent us stars last time and maybe time before. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
You can send stars, for those of you who don't know what these are, you can send stars via comment section on Facebook. You do have to purchase the stars before you can actually send the stars.
Yeah, so it's just like a little tip jar. Well, so the lives, you can watch them for free, but, you know, we always appreciate the support when you send stars on Facebook or doing the super chat on YouTube.
Or you could sign up to our Patreon. That's another great one.
Yeah.
Yes, we all have Patreon. Yes, Jeremy. Yes, thank you for noticing. Yes, white wall for a change.
Mm-hmm.
How nice, huh?
It's freshly painted white wall.
It's freshly painted. Yes, it's freshly, very fresh. Hello, everyone.
Hi.
Happy Friday. Good afternoon. Hi from South Africa, UK.
Hi, Byron.
Hi, Byron.
Han, we're not telling you where Han is today.
You.
Where she is.
Maybe later, whatever. But I don't think this will ever come out. Yes.
Hi, Lynn.
I'm very dedicated. Just to say, I'm very dedicated.
Yeah.
To our lives.
Hello, Maria, Susan.
Hi,
oh yeah, Jennifer, that's right. We're gonna put Amber a little bit on the spot today.
I'm so nervous. I'm really nervous.
I'm excited. No, don't be nervous.
Oh, thank you, Lee. That's so nice. Thank you.
All right.
We will. You can guys post your questions. We will go through them as we are working.
No, she's totally fine.
No.
Oh, did I see in Texas they had some crazy winter weather there that they're not accustomed to?
Oh yeah.
I think so.
Oh, hey from Texas. Hey from Greece.
So I think, Amber, just for the sake of what's happening today, maybe I'll go quickly first.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, sounds good.
He's got his popcorn ready. Okay, so for today, let me just pop in my camera and we'll do the dance of the cameras. So on Tuesday, if you watch, because I'm live on Tuesdays with Amy, I made these royal icing transfers to make some St. Patrick's Day gnomes. So I made those on Tuesday, so they've had plenty of time to dry, and you can see here they pop right off. Like you can even reuse your part. Mine is super slick, my parchment paper, so you can reuse them. And then here you can see the clover. I made another version with sanding sugar, and I have to say I prefer them to the plain ones.
I had a question. I have a question for you. Do you ever? Well, I know you use parchment, but do you find that when you use sanding sugar, does it take longer to dry? Because I find that it does take longer to dry. Because like sanding sugar creates for me like some kind of a barrier that the air cannot go through as quickly. So it takes, for my transfers when I use sanding sugar, longer to dry.
It's very possible, but I wasn't waiting for them to dry, you know, like it's, you know what I mean? Like sometimes you're not really thinking, like I did them on Tuesday where Friday they had plenty of time.
Okay, all right, yeah.
So here's like the Valentine's version. I did a little heart version. And this one here, I didn't feel like mixing the red, so I did the heart with the hand color, then I airbrushed it and then just quickly added the little hands. So all that's made. So now I'm just going to quickly decorate a cookie so you can kind of see. So I'm a big fan of guidelines. especially if maybe you're, you know, cookie decorating is fun, but not everybody is a super skilled artist, and that doesn't mean you can't decorate cookies. Cookies are technical. Like, of course, if you're artistic, that's great, but if you're not a natural artist, you can still make cookies, is my point.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah.
It's a fun activity for anybody. And so
are you working with your favorite shape ever?
A candy corn cutter. So it's basically a Halloween cutter, but it's just such a shape you can use it for so many different things. And so normally I wouldn't recommend using a black marker, but just so that you guys can see better on camera, because depending on the color, the black marker can leach into your icing, or if it shows on the side, it's not as nice. So I don't usually like to use it for guidelines. I use like yellow, orange, colors like that.
Mm-hmm.
And there's the general lines. And then the other thing is, if you do that, well, all your cookies will kind of look the same. And here's one I did earlier. And just to show you, you can see here, there's like a bit of a shadow color of the green. You see it's darker gray.
Yeah.
Darker. So you can kind of just give yourself that like little line now, so you can kind of know where to put that on.
I'm going to stop you for a second. So Kristen is asking what consistency you use for your transfers.
Oh, it's pretty thick. If you work with runnier icing to make transfers, they tend to dry a little flat. Mm-hmm. So mine is probably 20 seconds, and I usually have to agitate them to get them to kind of smooth, because I like them chubby. I like them fat. You see?
It does help, I would say, when they're super thin and you applying dry transfer on wet icing. Other times, the icing, not necessarily the color, but it can seep through, right?
Yes.
Wet icing.
I don't have that color issue, I guess, because I do make them like on the big side. You know, they're fat, so I don't have that kind of issue. Mm-hmm. And now I'm just, because I've got everything sectioned off, you're basically coloring like a coloring page. So I can just quickly add the face area there. And my icing needs a little fiddling because it's on the thick side. And now I'm adding, in the wet icing, I'm going to pop in some eyes. I don't know
why I see Yoda. I don't know why I see Yoda.
Maybe.
Oh, yeah.
I see Yoda.
So I like pearls just because then you don't have to mix black icing, or, you know, like it just quickly, you can pop the eyes. And I like to put them to the wet icing so that they can be squished in. If not, if you add them after, well, they're like sticking outside the head, and I don't like that look as much. Mm-hmm. And they're also prone to falling off if you add it after to the dry icing. And this is optional. I decided to do there's like a shadow on the guy, but you don't have to do that. You could do it all like just, you know, one shade of green. Of course, if you do the two, well, you have to mix 2 bags. And you can wait in between sections if you like more definition between the 2 sections, but this is live, so there's no time for that nonsense.
I hear you, Jeremy. Brenda has a question about the pearls, the beads you use. What size of beads did you use for the eyes?
So the store that sold those is How Sweet Is That? And it's like a brand that I think she gets in bulk and repackages. So it says her
How Sweet Is That? I'm going to okay. How
So I'm shaking it so that they'll like level together. Mm-hmm. Since I'm doing like this, it's just to look like kind of like, you know, like the more cartoony clip art that we see sometimes, mm-hmm. that has like a bit of a shadow. And now I'm doing the same thing, but gray this time at the bottom.
Is the template on your Patreon?
Yeah, it's on Patreon and in the Facebook group, the little gnome with the.
So mine has a Patreon. Here we go. And I'm going to put a link in the comments as well.
And the Valentine's Day thing, I think it's I normally have eyes for you. Is that the pun that you?
Yes, I have eyes for you. Yes.
Normally though, it's
Oh,
with
okay.
the gnome. You know, there's.
Yes, let me look up the.
I think that's it. I normally have eyes for you.
Okay. See. Let's see. So I have. There is no. Oh, this is cute. There is no one like you. That is really cute. I love like no other. Be my know me. I will be your friend no matter what. Oh, there is so many of them.
Well, for
There's nobody like you. Yes, there is one like that. There is nobody like you. Yes.
For St. Patrick's Day, though, I don't know what you could.
But we have Valentine's Day in 2 days. Ems, do you want to check your other device?
Oh yeah, I mean it's not in the thing yet, so I was
Oh,
just
okay, all right. I thought you. Okay, I
it'll
thought
do
you.
it again. Yeah.
No one for me, but you, yes. Is there? Okay. We do have several questions. They are not regarding this project, so we will get to those in a break when we finish this, Sandy.
So it's up to you if you like your royal icing transfers kind of like really embedded. So you could add them now, or you could let it dry a little bit and then add them. And then they're a little bit more kind of like raised up, I want to say.
How casually you just dropped it in.
Yeah.
No.
I got lucky. Here, I'm going to put a heart just for the sake of the Valentine's Day.
Cute.
But you see, he gets
adorable. I love the addition of hands.
He gets put together very.
The same question twice. Where did you get the tweezers? Just wanna.
Tweezers?
Yeah.
They're from AliExpress. They're electronics tweezers.
Oh,
they're.
I'll check that out because I use sewing tweezers. Okay, electronics. That's a good idea.
Well, they also make special tweezers for sprinkles with like a little like rounded.
It's like a little dent, right?
Yeah, those you can find on Amazon. If you look up dragé tweezers.
Oh, I've never seen those. So now I'm just doing the St. Patrick's Day version. So I added a little lip on his hat, and I do like that, but he's drier. And then also, if you want, you can come in and add like a line in between the body and the beard.
You know, guys, the thing is, you change the colors and you have yourself a Santa.
Oh, yeah.
For sure.
Right?
So here I'm adding my little icing glue to my sections.
Hey, Lynn. How are you? Hope everybody's good. It's your Lynn, Mar.
Yes, I saw earlier she was there. And there he is. I think that, you could also.
Oh, this is cute.
So cute.
I do like the sanding sugar. It just, the texture, it pops, It's not
Yeah,
flat.
it makes it look like it almost looks like glitter.
Yeah,
Well,
like, right? Yeah, exactly.
Without the expense, right? It's not so like some of the decorations are very expensive. This is probably one of the more affordable things that you can get to decorate your cookies, sanding sugar. So basically that's it. I mean, it's just reinventing the cutter, and they're very popular right now, the gnomes. So you could do, I saw them with bunny ears. I stuck my hand in it. But you could do it so many different ways. And for spring even, pairing it with flowers, a little garden gnome, what he's actually supposed to be.
I don't know. Did I miss anything, Jeremy? Sorry you feel attacked.
Oh, why not? Let him explain.
Okay, so this was a question we had. Maybe we can go back to it from, I believe, Sandy. She had a quick question about edible lace. So I think what you're referring to is a frosting sheet where people, because there are a number of ways you can make edible lace. There are products specifically designed for the like for the silicone mat. One of them is sugar bale. Then you have cake lace, I think. I believe they're either powdered or already pre-mixed. Sugar bale is a powder. You just add liquid and you have to create this space where you then spread it over the silicone. I think what you are talking about is probably the frosting sheet.
It's not a frosting sheet, actually, Han. It's edible fabric. I have it here.
Oh, it's not a frosting sheet?
Oh.
Okay.
It's called Flex Frost. Here, let me add it to the stream. It's this.
Okay, I thought it was okay. So this, all right, so that makes sense. So you can use this, you wet it, and you work it into the into the silicone mold. Okay, that makes sense. And then you can make your lace.
Hi, Dad.
Hello.
Hi. Yeah. So the thing that's great about this is after you've used it, which doesn't apply with the other ones. Let's say you've cut your bits, you can actually re-wet it and re-put it in the mold.
Oh, that's cool.
Have you used it?
Yeah, I have it like kind of like, you know, it's one of those, oh, I'm going to do it projects.
Okay.
It's one of those.
Excellent. So that was, yeah, so that's that was the answer to the question.
And then someone asked, what is Patreon?
Patreon is a platform where creators, like 3 of us, publish exclusive content for people who sign up to be our patrons. We offer sneak peeks, right? All of our sneak peeks, the exclusive tutorials, ad-free tutorials, hands-on help if you have questions.
Mm-hmm.
So it is a paid platform. You pay monthly, or you can pay yearly. Is it also a yearly commitment?
You can do yearly and save some percentage off.
Yeah, if you sign up. Okay. Yeah, I didn't know this fabric sheet. Okay, this is a new one. Thank you.
The transfer template that I did, I made it in, put it in my Patreon and on my Facebook, in my Facebook group. There was a question with regards to the shadows. So the shadows, when you're doing a design, you can just look at clip art and you'll see certain ones have like multiple like shades of the same color. And so if you draw it all, like light comes from one side and you can just do a little bit of a shadow from, like, you know, you pick either right or left and create a bit of a shadow. It's a completely optional thing. You don't have to do it. On some designs, like I've done it on Santa cookies where the beard is all white, you know, and I find that it like kind of makes that huge area a little bit more interesting than having just this big white mass. I did it on a flower platter. I don't have the picture here, but it can, you know, if you have big areas of one color, it kind of makes those big areas a little bit more interesting.
That's some interest, yeah.
Yeah. So I think, is there here, Amber?
Oh, thank you. Yeah, my little bakery does really nice cross stitch cookies.
Yes.
Definitely easier than piping the cross stitch using the fabric, edible fabric.
Good luck in your new business.
And yeah, congratulations. That's exciting.
Good luck.
I saw that
Texas, what's going on? It's cold in Texas?
Well, they got, you know, some places when they're not used to weather, you know, snow and ice, it really can be quite disastrous.
Yes, it can.
I think it's that, you know.
Yes, indeed. Here in Madrid, they were paralyzed for.
I mean, when we see like you see like an inch and it shuts down a city, it takes more than an inch for us to have a snow day over here.
Yeah. Yeah.
So Amber, are you ready?
Do we have like some kind of a?
Oh,
My
sounds
hands are sweating.
I
I'm
wish
so
we had like a theme
okay.
song.
But let's
something.
explain. So Amber is extremely, extremely experienced when it comes to cookie decorating, but she's curiously enough never, she owned it even. She had it in her house, but never tried an airbrush. So today's the day. She's throwing off the even training wheel. She's jumping in
Yeah,
and she's going to do it. So you've got everything ready?
I think so. So yeah, this is my, I put it together.
Oh, is there a sound on that one here? That's better.
Good, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, can you just like, can you quickly adjust?
Okay. Can we? Okay, we can acknowledge this fact. So, okay. We actually have before we went live. We all acknowledged.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Okay, I think it's a bit better. The brightness was super,
Yeah.
like it was very bright.
Okay, good.
Okay, so
Okay, so this airbrush, it's a cordless airbrush. I got this from True Color.
we can see it there.
Yeah. So the brand True Color, they make natural food coloring. So they sent this to me last year for me to try, and I just opened it a couple of days ago.
Couldn't find the plug.
Couldn't find the charger. It was in the box. I found it, so I charged it. Yeah, and
How long did it take to charge?
I don't know. I just left it for a few hours, and it was
charged.
Yeah,
It's a cute little unit.
yeah. So I have not used it. This is going to be my first time using an airbrush ever.
Well,
I'm scared, but
see here.
thank you. Okay.
Oh, hey, Donna. This is my friend from
hello,
USA. Hey, Donna. All right, exciting. So, what colors are you going to be using?
So I'm gonna try to do a rainbow, which we talked about a little bit, Mar and I, about how to do that. So I've got my airbrush colors here. I'm gonna use pink, blue, and yellow.
One second, Amber, I just want to know, because you've got airbrush colors, but you're saying you never used an airbrush. What do you do with those?
Oh, they sent me these.
Oh, I thought
They've been sitting in a box also for a year. So here.
Okay, I thought maybe you were using those to paint, because you do paint a lot. So I was curious.
No. Okay.
I'm gonna switch you.
So we're gonna do this in a way that I don't have to like clean the airbrush in between. So I don't know what order to go in. So maybe you can help me.
Well, first thing I want to know is, do you have a trash can close to you?
I can get one. Oh, because to spray it into the trash can? All right.
Just to empty it somewhat?
Yeah, it's right here. Okay. Trash can acquired. Okay.
Awesome. Do you have what are you working on there? Do you have a paper towel or something?
This is all covered in parchment
Okay.
to protect my surface. I do have a paper towel next to me.
Okay. So usually the thing that happens when you put your airbrush color in your airbrush gun, it's very hard to put like what's left over back into your container. So I only do like a drop, 2 drops. Like I don't put a lot, like you don't want to overfill and then waste your product. So you just need like 1 drop, and you need it to go in that little hole, like it needs to like kind of fall, like it's gravity fed, right? These the airbrush guns. And so you want to try to aim your little squirt of airbrush pigment into the...
Do you keep the cup closed? I never keep it closed. I think I lost the lid.
Me neither. It's so little. You're adding a drop at a time, so it's not going to fall out.
Unless you're pouring like half of the container in, then I would put a lid on, but you don't have to put the lid on.
No.
Because you're just going to put it in, you have to put it like in the hole.
Okay.
So that's,
and with the food coloring you have, it has a nice dropper, so it should be.
Okay. So what do you
the lightest color first, right? So you're going to start with yellow, correct?
That's what I think. Yeah, yellow.
Okay, here we go.
sorry about the noise. If you hear any banging, it's yeah.
So just a couple drops.
Yeah, like 2 drops is usually more than enough. More than enough, and I've never like that particular bottle might squeeze a lot out at a time. So
I think you're good.
All right, so I did 2 drops.
Yeah. And oh yes, Donnie or Karen is saying.
Be sure to take, yes, I didn't even see that. Be sure to take the rubber piece off. Rubber
Okay.
tip.
Well, it's got a. Are you sure? Because it has a hole in it.
Oh.
Usually no, you don't have.
Okay, so I'll take this off. Okay.
Does it just like if you twist it, does it just come off?
Jeremy is
I
touching
think
his hand.
I think this adjusts the spray because there's a little thing here that talks about adjusting the spray.
Because you're out of frame now, I can't really see, but usually that
Sorry. Yeah.
just for
I would
packaging.
just spray with it and see what happens. Take a piece. So do you have paper towel?
Yeah.
So just spray on a paper towel first. See what happens. With it, without it. You don't know until you try it. There's nothing wrong is going to happen. Don't worry.
It's okay to like, you kind of point it down toward.
Yeah, and then you have to turn it on.
Yep, good point.
Well, I wouldn't know how to operate the wireless. I only have,
Is it making sound?
No, I didn't do it yet.
Oh.
Oh.
See, look, is it coming out or is it staying in your lid there?
Yeah,
I don't see
nothing's
any
coming
color.
out. Maybe I need more color because it's not coming out. Should I put more?
A little bit more. Don't like, you don't need to have it like really acute. You just needed it. So try again. That's weird. That plastic thing is weird.
Oh, there it goes.
Oh, I see. Or yellow. Yes.
Okay.
So the closer you are to the surface, the narrower your line. The more you pull back, the wider your miss. So it comes out like a triangle, you know? So if you're very close, the triangle's very like, you know? So
yes.
the more you pull back, the wider your spray.
All right. Also, it has this little thing to adjust it in the back.
Yes, that's probably for your trigger, like how much to, you know, like, but I mean, it looks like it's spray.
I mean, it's yellow, so it's hard to tell.
But I mean, you can pass over the same area multiple times to increase your, you know, your coverage.
Yeah.
The thing is, you can't take it off. So you're better to go light and build than to go in super heavy and then find it's too much.
Yeah. Okay. So, all right, yellow's got to go in the middle.
See, Karen has this. She's saying you have to pull back and down. It's a dual action trigger. Some are just one.
Yeah.
Pull and some are pull and down. So this is a pull and down.
Okay. All right. So our yellow is going to make up the orange and the green. So I want to cover like a big-ish kind of area.
So hold on now. Then it's the whole center because, right, you're going to come in at the pink. Is that it?
Yeah, I'll put pink up here and then I'll put blue down here.
Okay. You're running it right down the middle. Okay.
I'm going to do this.
Yeah, perfect.
Horizontal.
Straight in the middle, yes.
All right. Well, that came out faster than I thought.
Well, that's like, I mean, if you go now further, it'll widen your spray and it won't be as intense. Yes. Widen it, but it'll be less dark. I mean, a yellow cookie's good too, though.
Yeah.
No, you're doing great. You're doing great.
Is it fun? Are you having fun yet?
I'm just like oh yeah, it'll be fun in a minute, I'm sure.
Okay.
Okay.
I think it's once you figure out the trigger and how much to pull back and all that, you'll be fine. I remember it's confusing.
The hard part is finding out the distance that you need to be.
So just asking, how many cookies you got?
I have 7 cookies.
So if you want to do another, while the thing has the yellow in it, if not, you're constantly cleaning the airbrush gun. So you should grab another one if you want to do another try. So then,
Okay.
you know what I'm saying? So then you don't have to constantly be rotating your colors, and then you wait. Just for you, like now you're doing an experiment, but for people watching, you don't want to constantly washing because then you're throwing your airbrush down the drain.
Yes.
And it's expensive.
Okay. Okay, so yeah, so what about the plastic thing? It seems to be working okay, but
Okay, what's the brand? What is the brand of the airbrush?
I think it's part of it because it doesn't, it's like, it has teeth on it that are like moving the tip of the airbrush, you know? Get this.
Yes, your dad has a great piece of advice there. He's saying spray before you hit the cookie. So spraying off of it and then move on to it.
All right.
It doesn't make that much noise.
I mean, yeah.
The compressor usually makes a lot more noise.
It's very noisy. Compressor is very noisy.
Well, that's why I was so afraid of it, because I imagined that it was like this big thing with like a compressor and like a hose, but it's just this little thing.
It's interesting because I'm seeing images of the similar airbrush with the plastic, and like, but they are airbrushing without it, like in their instructional.
I mean, I have no idea.
And you can't take it off.
Hmm?
It's not coming off easily, that
I would say try taking it off.
All right, all right.
Maybe it has a function to use for certain techniques. Who knows? I don't know. I've never. But let's see if how it feels without it.
Okay.
Please see Karen's comment. She has this exact one. Okay, Karen.
Okay, Karen.
Karen.
Without the rubber tip. Okay.
You adjust with the other side. I have the same one. Take it off. She says to take it off. To take off the plastic.
Okay. All right.
You got it?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Okay.
We'll just see what that.
Do you have enough?
Oh, maybe I need more color.
It might be out. Yeah. It's what is the company again?
This is True Color.
True Color.
True Color? Okay.
Yes.
True Color.
You see, when you're working in yellow, it doesn't color so much the cookie. Like Amber, how we've talked about, you like to have a little cookie showing around the perimeter. So when you're coming in with like the blue, well, you're going to end up with the blue on your cookie, you know, which isn't as nice.
Right.
But Amber is going to cover it with beaded border.
Oh, well, that's it. Yes.
Well, okay. I don't know what's happening now, but it doesn't seem to be coming out.
Oh, no?
Not?
Oh?
A little bit.
And you put some color in it?
Yeah.
Huh. Maybe you need, how much did you put? 2-3 drops?
Yeah, I've got a good amount in there.
Did you give your color shake before, since it was sitting for a year?
No. I mean, like.
But even if she didn't shake it a hand, it's better whatever was, it's settled at the bottom.
I guess so. I'm just wondering if it's floating. I don't know. Trying to troubleshoot.
It's hard to support and help from here. I want to help. I can't.
Marvin would be like, we would be right there.
Like I can see color in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Try it. Can you take paper towel and press it against and push, like see if the color comes out? Like just see. Is it coming out at all?
Oh, I didn't do the back. You have to.
Oh, yes, you have to go. Yeah.
Yeah, there was a comment before that you have to press down and back.
Dual action, yes. So did you get, is that what the problem was?
Oh, okay, here we go.
Problem resolved.
So now it comes out a lot more without that.
Well, see, it's all like, this is the learning curve, is your finger, like how hard you're pushing, you know, that the intensity control.
Yeah.
So you just have to practice that. And then once you've got that figured out, you know, you're able to control a little bit more how much color you're spraying.
Okay, yes.
And just like when you dilute your colors, when you're painting with your paintbrush, you can actually dilute airbrush colors with alcohol. And so your colors are less intense, you know?
Okay, yeah. Because this is very like, yeah. It's coming out pretty like heavy now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, it's really kind of hard to control it. All right.
If anyone watching is a little intimidated by the airbrush, you can also practice your first time on paper. And so then you get a little acclimated with the trigger, and then you can move on to your cookies.
All right, so now I've got my yellow, so let's switch. So I should
spray what's left in the trash can just to get rid of it.
All right.
Do you have water handy there?
Yeah, should I?
You could just add a few drops in just to give it a little rinse, and then you can just shoot it in the trash and then move it. Because your first sprays will be orange.
Right.
Those of you just joining us, Amber is testing her very first airbrush that she got about a year ago, and it's her first time using it. So she's doing 3 colors using an wireless airbrush.
Good luck, Christy, with your new adventure and your Pico. There's all different price ranges. I have some listed in my Facebook, like Amazon suggestions. There I have a tool album, and I've got some listed there that are $50. So there's different price ranges. I think that one that Amber's using is more in the $200 range, if I'm not mistaken. That's a good suggestion. Angie uses a coloring book to practice.
Oh, yeah. That would be fun. Okay. Now I'm going to add pink. So I had a lot of yellow in there. Because I kept adding it, you know?
Yeah.
So now we'll just do a couple drops of.
Yeah, like you'll be surprised at how far just a few drops of color. It's only $50–$60. Oh, well, that's very affordable.
Oh, good. Okay. All right, so now I'm just going to spray a little on the towel.
So if you've never airbrushed, the mist does get like kind of blow around in your kitchen. So be careful if you've got like a lot of white stuff around. You have to clean up everything. So it is a bit of an issue sometimes, the mist that gets in the air.
Okay, so I'm going to do the pink up there.
And then you're looking around, Amber, to have the area that you want to hit closer to you. Flip the heart around, you know?
Okay, yes. Okay. All right, here we go. Oh, that's cool.
That is cool. I also want to say one thing, and I myself keep doing that. I also shake my hand like that with airbrush. You don't have to do that. You don't, right? You don't have to do that, right, Mara?
That's a habit from spraying with a can of aerosol.
I do that as well. And when I calm myself down and I do it slower, I do better. Like I do a better job. But that's I guess that's But it looks cool, huh?
Yes.
Amber, who's Jewel?
Is this your grandmother?
That's my grandma. Hi, Grandma.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi, we love your art.
Yeah.
That looks really pretty, Amber.
Yeah.
Okay.
So let's I see like these little white, what do you think that's from? Do you see those white specks?
Yeah, that's like
Could it be the water?
That's actually the I've seen that happen depending on the color I'm using. So some are more susceptible to that than others. If anybody has the answer to that, it looks like almost like there's like a surface under that's causing the color not to stick there.
That's why okay.
It only happens with specific colors in my case.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Okay. So I'll try to do it more of a smooth.
Oh, see, you're getting the lighter mist down now. And you see, Amber, if you had texture on your cookie, let's say your cookie had more stuff going on it, if you go closer, like really at the same level and you're shooting your mist, well, like only certain areas are going to get the color. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So you can get like more of like shadows and stuff.
Yeah.
Did you use water to clean the gun?
I did. Yeah.
Okay, so Firefly 1981 says, for me, it's when there's too much water in the gun. So I wonder, is it possible that it could be that the water wasn't completely sprayed? I don't know.
I think that makes sense.
It would make sense.
If you're gonna do like another layer of color, should I just let this dry and then do it? Because this is too light because I ran out of color.
Yeah, it's already dry pretty much. It dries surprisingly fast. Very nice.
You having fun now?
Yes.
I think once you see the effect, right? It's like, all these possibilities.
Jill, pull out your compressor. She's been scared too to unpack them.
Oh, yeah.
Now I can see the pink. I like that on the edges.
So your dad says it doesn't matter. He'll eat them no matter what they look like.
Thanks. All right.
Yes, the stencils, that's the next step, right? Once you get some stencils, you're gonna love it.
Well, I already imagine all of Mommy. I want it. Give it to me. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it.
Oh, I know. I'm gonna keep this hidden for another 3 years or so.
Well, that looks really pretty, actually.
Okay, so now I want to have purple on the bottom, but there still has to be blue and green in here. So.
Well, I don't think you have that much room.
Yeah.
To
get like the purple.
No. What you're gonna do, how you're gonna get your purple is you're gonna take the blue, spray the bottom there, and then come back and hit the edge of the pink at the top.
So I would. You want me to go like you would put your blue in and then go back to pink?
No. When you hit the pink, it will be purple.
So you want me to do pink, right? Like I would do pink right now.
No, you're going to do blue there, and so you're going to get blue, green, and yellow.
Okay, so no purple today.
No, yes, you will have your purple. Then you're going to flip your cookie around, and you're going to hit the top of those two bubbles, and you're going to get your purple.
Oh, so the purple should be up here.
But you're going to do it with the blue, yeah.
But what if I want the purple down there?
Oh, no, you're not going to. That's not going to happen today because.
All right.
Well, because you're going to have to, you could, but then you're going to get orange again.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, there's just not enough room.
Exactly. Yeah. Like if you put the blue, well, you're going to get blue, green, yellow, right? And then you get your pink, and then you'll get your purple. You get it?
Mm-hmm.
The fade, that's like the color wheel rules.
All right. So I'm going to clean this pink out and put blue.
Okay, so while you do that, we can answer some of the questions. So Alexandra is asking, what happens with the taste of the cookie with all this paint?
I mean, it's no different really than using food gel in your icing. I mean, in some cases when we make our icing, we put a lot of food color.
Yeah.
I don't think you tasted. Honestly, I don't think you tasted.
The main issue,
No.
the main
Sorry.
Okay, should I clean
airbrush
this?
cookie is your mouth being all colored. What were you saying?
I saw somebody said put vodka in instead of the water to clean it. Should I try that?
You can. I mean, I don't, just because like it goes through a lot of your alcohol that's pricey, right?
Right.
I don't.
Yeah, what I do, I just spray, right? Yeah, I spray it onto the paper towel until it's dry. Like,
Okay.
Yeah, like so when you eat an airbrushed cookie, you're going to be more like having it on your lips and on your tongue. It's activated by your saliva, and so that's where it gets a little bit of the issue. Another thing she could do when you're doing this type of a project, you can just take a piece of paper and rip it, like have it really be jagged, the rip, and then you can do that when you're breaking up your colors, and so you get kind of like, these jagged kind of separate.
Yeah.
It's a fast way, if you don't have a stencil, to experiment with your airbrush.
I use, what I use for the overspray? I use gift boxes. The cheap gift boxes for the shirts.
Okay.
So I make I'm sorry?
You're making yourself a little tent.
Yeah, so I make like a little booth, because I would get, like, you don't realize how much overspray, like you are just doing this 3-inch cookie, and then 2 meters, whatever, 4 yards later, you have paint from the airbrush. So I make like little booth, and it goes flat. The boxes I'm talking about?
Yes.
Yeah, the shirt boxes at the dollar store or something. Yeah, they have different sizes.
Well, they sell actually a little machine that's like a vacuum cleaner. Basically, it's like a little fan that sucks, and you place it in front when you're working, so it kind of sucks in the pigment that's kind of in the air.
So I believe you don't. I never had to dilute color when I put it in. These are special colors for airbrushing. I know some people use gel colors mixed with Everclear. I have not tried that. Have you tried that, Mar, or do you always use?
Well, I mean, the thing is you're first of all, you have to kind of strain it, right? Because the gel often does have like gel in it.
Like there's like a goo, like a yucky stuff, that you have to then, strain, yes.
So you're kind of having to strain out your colors and stuff.
Today we are using food colors that are specifically designed for the use with an airbrush, and they are more like on the liquid side than the gel. It's not like a gel consistency.
Yeah. This is very liquidy.
Yeah, it's what I like to use when I paint, because I don't have the clumps of that gunk in the gel.
That makes sense.
And so is there blue in there?
Yeah.
Oh, this is such a nice blue. I love this blue. It's sky
blue. All right, so I'm just gonna do the rest of it blue down here, right?
Yeah.
There you go.
Very nice. So if you hit the tips of the round at the other end, if you flip the cookie over, you'll get your purple.
Okay. So I am getting a lot of overspray, and it's gone all the way up here. So I think you would recommend doing the paper towel thing, maybe?
Well, then you'll get a line, if you know what I mean. But if you go closer, the closer you are, the less mist you get. Because the closer, the jet is smaller, and so you get less misting. Like it comes out literally like, imagine a triangle. But
you have to, like, when you go closer, you have to be light on a.
Yes, because then your line is very it's like writing with a Sharpie all of a sudden, right?
Exactly.
And in this case, don't even hit the cookie practically. You're hitting right like at the edge of your, you're hitting on the parchment paper, you'll get color on the cookie.
Okay.
There you go. And you see what I was saying about the overspray on your cookie.
Yeah.
You get a lot of pigment on the actual cookie, but you see you got your purple.
But then the border, you put the border on and you put the white border. Oh, it's gonna.
Oh yeah, I guess you would do if you covered that part up. It would be better. Now I think it's just too. I think this is just too dark on top for me anyway.
Well, the thing is they have pre-mixed purple that gives you a softer purple. Like this is like you're coming in with the two super dark colors, and of course you're getting like a super dark purple.
Yeah.
Okay. You know, it's not like so you'd have.
Don is suggesting if you could hold the cookie up a little, then the mist will not go down.
We lost Amber. Oh, there she is. Okay.
Hi.
There you are.
I don't know what happened. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna try to do it more like down here.
Okay, you're gonna hit the table. So Laura's saying, should you be holding it like more
vertically, I guess.
But the thing is she's wanting to create a fade. So she's trying to get a bit of the blue onto the next color. So of course, if you're hitting directly from right above, then your spray triangle is not going to be like fading in as much.
Also, okay, so it's like by moving this thing more or less back, it makes it heavier or lighter.
Yes.
So that's like another thing to think about is where your finger is.
Yes, it's the dual action is practice. Like you have to be pulling a certain, like it's like two things you have to be thinking of.
Okay, so this one I think is a little better.
Are you gonna try to do the purple or no?
No, I didn't like that, so I'm gonna leave it like this.
So skip it.
Okay.
I mean, if you wanted at this point, you could, I guess, hit the bottom with the pink if you wanted.
Yeah, go back in with the pink. Yeah.
If you wanted, but you see how dark it's looking even on your table?
Yeah.
You know? But I don't mind the blue, just those three colors, you know?
Mm-hmm. Wow, okay.
You're getting your groove?
Yeah. This is the Anne Clark heart, 3 and 5/8 inches it is. That's the one that you want to look for. It's also in my Global Valley store.
Very nice.
Yeah, that's fun. Okay, so now I'm going to be using this.
What did you say? You're going to use it?
I'm going to use it.
I've never heard that the water can rust the gun. I've had the gun since 2013. Not the airbrush gun, sorry. I've had the airbrush gun since 2013, and all I use is water to clean it.
It also came with these, I don't know what these are, maybe for like cleaning. This is kind of like a scribe tool type thing.
It's a spare needle, Amber.
Oh,
so
okay.
There's a needle inside the airbrush gun. I think that's a spare needle.
This one.
Oh, that's some sort of a piece as well. I think maybe the needle as well at the some sort of a part.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
People, they loved it. Everybody loved it.
Good. I loved it too. At first it was scary and not fun, but then it was fun.
So as you get better, you'll be able to kind of control a little bit more, you know, your overspray on your cookie, you know, like the thing that like often. And then when you know you're airbrushing, well, then maybe you don't show as much cookie. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like you go a little closer to the edge.
How far does the mist travel? Sandy is asking. I don't see any. I have this covered in parchment paper over here. I don't think it got very far at all. So
But
this.
you'll be surprised when you're washing.
Oh yeah.
And then you wet it, and you're like, oh, there is some.
Yeah,
so.
yeah.
Yes.
Well, I have this whole area covered in parchment paper, so just put something down and.
Do you have?
Oh yeah. I don't have the icing right now, but I will. I'll pipe it and then post it.
Oh, that she'll post a picture later. Well, that was fun. Thank you.
Yeah.
Vulnerable, because that could be a little bit intimidating to come.
It was, yeah.
To be on live and doing that. That was very, very.
Thank you for helping.
Karen, who owns the same airbrush, says it doesn't spray too far.
Good. Yeah.
Oh, here she's saying, Angie's saying that.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess it does. It depend on the airbrush, and how powerful that is.
Yeah.
Hope you noticed it before you left the house.
Right.
I had left the house with, sprinkles or whatever, glitter on my face. Awesome.
The airbrush I use is listed in my Facebook. There's an album of tools, and I have it there.
Yeah, you kept your cool. You're so cool.
Yeah, I've heard many people find it scary. I mean, and the other thing that I hear people scary, I want to just address this, is people watching our videos saying, oh, they're worried about not being good at making cookies. Just make them. And people are happy even to get ugly cookies. People are just happy to have a cookie. So just take the plunge and make the cookies.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do wear gloves. Do you wear gloves more? I always wear gloves.
No, I don't. I know I've seen you wear your gloves. I mean,
I don't know why the airbrush colors, they are just
they do stain quite a bit.
They do stain quite a bit. Like trying to open the bag and it spills, and then I'm trying to film the video and my hands are dirty.
Yes, and even the bottle. If your hands are a bit wet, touching the bottle, you get it all over yourself.
Exactly.
So anyway, well, that was very, very. I don't want to say we were entertained at your expense.
No, it's fine.
No, it was great, fantastic. I remember my first time doing when I saw that, I was like, I wish somebody had told me, because I didn't know what. And I still feel like I don't know what I'm doing.
Well, it's great to have all of you in the comments helping me along and giving us tips, and so that was a great lesson for me.
Oh, this is a funny one.
Yeah.
Yes, it does get everywhere.
Yes,
but it really does speed up your process. You could do what the cookie you did and then add the black. I know you like to do details on the top. Then you would do let's say black, something hard on the top or whatever, writing, and it would just make things easier. The only disadvantage I find that you have to be careful not to accidentally, any kind of mist of with water or on royal icing as well. But I think airbrush cookies, they really show if you
add
a drop of water on it or something.
Right.
Well, that's where you put a flower.
Yes. Okay. Right.
Sure.
As a reminder, always please do follow us on Wizard Network on Facebook. We're trying to reach. Where's our little banner? We're trying to reach 10,000. Here we go. 10,000 followers, and it's kind of like our hub for all the live streaming that we do. You can also find us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Pinterest, Twitter, TikTok, everywhere.
So is that a wrap, ladies?
Yeah.
So on Friday next week, it's me and Han. Amber has the day off. She's going to be manning the controls. So we'll see you next Friday. I'm on Tuesday with Amy, and we'll see you then.
All right.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Is it off?
No.
Still here.
Should I end it? Or
Like, no, yeah, press it. You can press it. I'm